Land acknowledgement. As we gather together, we acknowledge the sacred land on which we reside. It has been a site of human activity for 15,000 years. This land is the territory of the Huron-Wendat and Petun First Nations, the Seneca, and most recently, the Mississaugas of the Credit River. The territory was the subject of Dish with One Spoon Wampum Belt Covenant, an agreement between the Iroquois Confederacy and Confederacy of the Ojibwe and allied nations to peaceably share and care for the resources around the Great Lakes. Today, this gathering place is still the home of many Indigenous people from across Turtle Island, and we are grateful to have the opportunity to work in the community on this territory. We are also mindful of broken covenants and the need to strive to make right with all our relations. Last but certainly not least, we acknowledge the people of African descent who were brought here against their own will or in search of a safe place to live their lives and raise their children. Reconnaissance des terres. En nous rassemblant, nous reconnaissons la terre sacrée sur laquelle nous résidons. C'est un site d'activité humaine depuis 15 000 ans. Cette terre est le territoire des Premières Nations, Huron-Wendat et Petun, les Scéniques et plus récemment les Mississaugas de la rivière Crédit. Le territoire était sujet de l'alliance de la ceinture Wampum plat avec cuillère, un accord entre la Confédération Iroquois et Confédération des Ojibwe et des nations alliées à partager et à prendre soin pacifiquement pour les ressources autour des Grands Lacs. Aujourd'hui, ce lieu de rassemblement est toujours le foyer de nombreux peuples autochtones de toute l'île de la Tortue et nous sommes reconnaissants d'avoir la possibilité de travailler dans la communauté sur ce territoire. Nous sommes également conscients des alliances brisées et de la nécessité de nous efforcer de guérir toutes nos relations. Dernier point, mais non le moindre, nous remercions les personnes d'ascendance africaine qui ont été amenées ici contre leur volonté ou à la recherche d'un endroit sûr où vivre leur vie et élever.
Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the BBPA's Ask a Professional. I am your host, Moy Fung, and it is always, always, always an honor to be here on Wednesdays to host Ask a Professional. And if you've never been here before, we gather here every Wednesday to discuss industry topics such as business development, professional development, anything to help our Black community to thrive, right? This is a season for us to level up. And today I am very, very thrilled to be speaking with some wonderful individuals from the Business Development Bank of Canada. Before we get started, what I'd like to do is I'd love to just shout out to every person who's taken the time to join us this morning or this afternoon. How are you doing? Feel free to engage with us in the chat. We love dialogue. So feel free to engage with us. Whereabouts are you joining from? We're certainly happy to have you. We're here specifically for you. And I didn't know that the BDC, as we celebrate Small Business Month, I didn't know that the BDC was specifically dedicated to entrepreneurs. Now, Fatiha and Sola, I've been in business for almost 18 years, and I didn't know that. So these platforms are so vital for us entrepreneurs, and getting the information and sharing it is also very, very key. So what I'd like you to do, my audience members, I don't see any messages in the chat yet, but I do want you to just share with me. Say hello, say bonjour, good morning, wherever you're calling from. Let us know where you're calling from. But we're here for you, as I said, right? And as an entrepreneur, I didn't know that the Business Development Bank of Canada was specifically designed for entrepreneurs. So feel free to share with the others. If you have colleagues and friends, individuals within your network that are in business, you still have time to share that link. Share the link with them. Tell us to join us. Oh, hello from New Brunswick, Saskatchewan, Saskatoon. Very, very nice. So glad to have you. And Kachia Dixon, you're in Ontario. Bonjour, good morning, or good morning. Happy to have you. I'm just checking out the chat here. And you know what, without further ado, what I'd love to do is I'd love to just call on Fatiha and Sola, who's from the Canada Business Development Bank, or the Business Development Bank of Canada. And they will share a little bit more about who they are. So Fatiha, you are the Vice President of Client Diversity. And Sola, you are the Regional Manager of Client Diversity. Beautiful individuals who I had the opportunity to speak with recently. Please do join me on the virtual stage. And let me start with you, Fatiha. If you can just share, I love bios, but bios are sometimes so very high level that we don't get the real gist of what it is that you do. So if you can just introduce yourself to our audience members and share with them a little bit about what you do as Vice President. You are on mute as well, just so you know.
Yeah, it's challenge technology today. Okay, thank you so much, Moy, and thank you so much, Stephanie, for the invitation. Really, I'm so happy to be here, and I'm thrilled to see all the work that BBPA you are doing for our Black community. I'm passionate about diversity, and as you can see, I came from Morocco, and diversity it's close to my heart. Then my name is Fatiha Senhaji. I'm so happy to be with you. I'm a VP Client Diversity at BDC. I'm a new kid on the block. It has been only 2 months with BDC. However, I was working in BDC between 2008 and 2011. Then what I do, I lead the bank national strategy to meet the needs of all Canadian underserved and diverse clients, like our Black Entrepreneur Program client, Indigenous client, women, LGBTQ client, and supported by a team of regional manager, client diversity, and Shola. She's a part of my team, and she's covering Toronto area. I think Ontario. She will present. She will introduce herself, and I have someone in BC. I have two in Toronto, Shola and Alex, and I have one person in Quebec. Then the entrepreneurs that they are on the line, you will be well supported nationally, and we have account manager. The regional manager, they are working with 300 account manager in each region. Then you will be well supported if you reach out to BDC. The most recently role that I did before BDC, it's a national director, industry and zero barrier to business program at BMO. I think you had a chance to meet BMO, and I'm so proud to say the Black Entrepreneur Program in BMO. I was behind this beauty. Then I helped in building this program in BMO, and I worked as a vice president, treasury and payment solution, business banking, and branch manager at BMO. Then 12 years at BMO, and it has been 2 months in BDC and 23 years in the banking industry. Beyond my professional journey, I'm deeply passionate about fostering innovation, empowering individuals to reach their full potential. Also, as an ambassador of diversity and inclusion, I believe in bringing together individuals from diverse backgrounds to accomplish the organizational vision. Then we need people. And just for your information, at BDC, our ambition for the next 5 years, it's bring our underserved clients from 18,000 clients to 35. So our portfolio of clients from diversity will present 40%. It's huge. That's why the focus to help the underserved, we know the Black entrepreneur, Indigenous, and the other groups, it's the future of Canada economy. And I
Very
have
nice.
Shola, then I will let Shola introduce herself.
Thank you, Fatiha. It's a pleasure to be here. Thanks for having us. As Fatiha said, my name is Shola Oluwole, and I'm Regional Manager, Client University. I cover the Ontario region. I work closely with Fatiha in diversifying the BDC portfolio. So I work with our teams across the Ontario region to equip them, with tools, with the necessary information required to reach out to a more diverse clientele. We cannot continue to do business as usual. The world is changing, the Canadian landscape is changing, and we have to change along with that. So it's coming up to 5 years for me at BDC now. Prior to this role, I was actually actively in the field, working directly with clients. My favorite clients to work with are women, then Black entrepreneurs, and of course, every other entrepreneur that needs BDC's help. So for me, in a nutshell, I think I said a lot about what BDC does for diversity, so I'm just going to keep it short and sweet.
Very nice. Shola and Fatiha, such a pleasure to have both of you. Thank you for the work that you're doing to uplift the diverse communities. We are so glad to have you. So without further ado, I know you have a presentation that you'd like to share with us to share more about your financing options, the programs, the advisory services that you have. And I'm certainly looking forward. I have my pen and my paper here ready to take notes. And I hope everyone that has joined us as well certainly does have that, because we always talk about not having the access to financing, right? So here we are. We have individuals who are here to speak with you from the Bank of Canada, Business Development Bank of Canada, to share with you of all they can share with you regarding financing, the bank that was specifically designed for us. So I'm certainly happy to be here. So please grab your pens and your paper. And without further ado, I'm not sure if it's you, Shola, who will be sharing your screen and your presentation.
Yes.
And thank you so much. Go ahead.
Could you let me know if you can see it?
Yes, we can see your screen, Shola.
Okay, perfect. All right, so I'll just jump right into it. By way of agenda today, we're going to be introducing BDC, giving you a bit more information about our offerings, and then share some additional resources with you, and then finish up with a client success story. Okay, so as Moy has been saying, BDC is the only bank in Canada that is devoted exclusively to entrepreneurs. What does this mean? Entrepreneurs are our only priority. That's all we do. We're not distracted by any other thing within BDC. We just focus on business owners, and that's our specialty. And right now we have like 95,000 clients on our books spread across Canada. We have over 100 business centers across Canada. And with our 2,600 employees, we provide specified and customized financing and other services to our business owners. So here,
I don't mean to interrupt you. I do apologize. I did get a message in the chat that your voice is a bit low. It's not as clear. I'm not sure if there's anything that you can do on your end, just to turn up your volume. And then for the others who are listening as well, initially I had that issue and I had to turn up my volume. So I'm better now. So maybe try turning up your volume on your devices. That would be great. And maybe Shola, I don't know what you can do on your end, but so far so good. Presentation looks great.
How about now?
Keep going. We'll see. Just keep.
Okay. So at BDC, our purpose is to empower a nation of dreamers and doers to build a better tomorrow. So we work with small and medium-sized businesses, and we call them SMEs. There are like 95,000 of them, as I mentioned. We have an extensive network of trusted advisors that help with these clients, and we have over 100 business centers through which we operate, okay? Because we're a development bank, we're focused on long-term success. It's not just, today, tomorrow. We are here with you the whole way, the whole journey, right? So we see here 94% of our clients say that they are satisfied, that we have had a positive impact on their business, and they are pleased with our ability to provide them with critical insights, advice, which has helped them to grow their businesses, grow their profitability, sharpen their competitive edge, sharpen their financial management skills, and the likes. So typically at BDC, when the going gets tough, we step in, right? We stepped in the financial crisis of 2008, 2009. Also, when the oil prices fell in 2016, we stepped in. And again, during COVID-19, which is the most recent challenge we've had, we stepped in to support Canadian entrepreneurs and, the Canadian economy at large to be sure that things continue to flow. So I'll just do a check at this moment. Can you hear me better now?
The message in the chat says it's better. It's fine. We'll just keep moving forward, and if there's any questions at the end, we can all clarify the questions. Okay.
I think I can try wear my headphones and see if that.
I think Sola, try with that, because it's like it's breaking your voice a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you so much for your patience, everyone. And while you do that, Sola, you sent me a link yesterday with the locations, and I believe BDC has over 100 locations throughout Canada, which is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Yes, as you can see, we are a small bank, 2,600 employee. However, our focus is entrepreneurs. You're good, Sola?
Coming up.
Okay, go.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Is it better?
Yeah, keep going.
I think it's still not connected to the headphones. Sorry about this.
Okay, Sola, keep going.
Okay, all right, cool. So I'll just keep going. Hopefully everybody can hear me. I'll be happy to take questions at the end. Okay, all right. So what makes us different at BDC? Like, why are we different from all the chartered banks? In addition to the fact that we are just for entrepreneurs, we are a patient and flexible lender. So what we do is we customize your financing or your repayment to whatever it is that your business needs. I'll give an example. We often provide an initial postponement, what we call postponement, principal postponement to our business owners. So when you come to BDC, you get a loan. We don't expect that in 30 days you start repaying us back, especially the principal. So we give you a bit of a break. It could be 6 months, it could be 12 months for you to get the benefit of maybe it was an equipment you bought, or maybe it was working capital that we supported you with. We want you to start to get those benefits before then we ask you to start repaying us back. That's an example. So the first point here says that we match your repayments cycle to your cash flow. I'll give another example here. There's one of our clients who is in the vehicle rental industry. And in our conversations with him, he let us know that he has peaks and lows, for his business. Like the summer, from spring up to the summer months, that's where he makes most of his revenue. So what we were able to do is when we gave him the loan, we structured it in such a way that he only repays us back from April to September, which, he found really beneficial. So we are flexible in that way. Also, there are some deals that our friends in the chartered bank might not be open to that we can actually consider. We don't only rely on your historical information. We can take a look at your forecast. What do you see for the future? What are your projections? Do they make sense? What are the rationales behind this projection? Can we work together to come up with something that will be well suited for your business? So that's one of the ways in which we are flexible and that we take on a bit more risk. Okay. Also, the cherry on the cake for us is the advisory solution that we offer our clients. In my journey as an account manager when I was in the field, oftentimes I'll see clients that maybe came to us for money, but after having the first, second conversation with them, you realize that money is not really your problem. In fact, if we give you more money, it's going to compound your problem. What you need is somebody that will work alongside you, that will guide you, say, maybe to improve your financial management skills, or maybe to cut out waste in terms of operational efficiency, or maybe just to draw up a whole new strategy for your business. So these are the ways in which we operate differently, apart from the regular banks that you see out there. So these are the three main ways in which we deliver services. And did I mention that BDC has been around for over 75 years? You know, we've been here, we've been doing this thing, supporting our business owners for that long. So the very first thing we do is financing, and that's, you know, we give term loans. You need money for different things in your business. We give you money for that. Then secondly, we support through capital, what you can see capital investment, right? Those include specialized capital, venture capital, and things like that. I'm going to speak a bit more about all this in subsequent slides, all right? And finally, I mentioned this earlier, the advisory services. Now we're going to talk a bit more about that. Now, when it comes to financing, these are the areas in which we support you. Okay, say you need working capital, you need money to buy inventory in your business, you're running short on how to pay your staff, you just need, you know, cash flow to run the business on a day-to-day. We're happy to help. You want to buy another business, we're happy to help. You want to start a business, you're considering starting a business, we can come alongside you to help. You want to invest in technology, like up your tech game, we can support with that as well. Another one is transfer of business. Maybe your dad, your mom is retiring, you want to take over the business, we help through that transition process as well. You want to start to export abroad, export to the US, you want to buy equipment to increase your production or to just make you more efficient in your business dealings, we are there as well. So those are the areas in which you can come alongside business owners to support them when it comes to financing. Okay, we'll take questions at the end. So in case there's anything that you're not clear about, please write down your questions and we'll take them at the very end. Okay, so I talked about capital earlier. So these are the four main ways in which we support with capital. So this is our investment arm, and we call it BDC Capital. We offer a wide range of risk capital to support business owners. The first one is the growth and transition capital, which we call GTC. And what they do is to come up with creative ways to support business owners that maybe want to do things in their business, but they don't want to dilute the ownership. They don't want to bring in an extra shareholder to bring the money, or they don't want to go to the public market to get money. So BDC can come in, support with those special projects, and the business will still be fully yours. A lot of this capital segment applies to medium and large businesses, so I wouldn't go too much in depth. If you need more information, you can definitely reach out to either me or Fatiha. So we have the venture capital bit as well, and actually BDC is the biggest VC investor, venture capital investor in Canada. Yeah, so we take a lot of risks when it comes to investing in capital. We actually have like $3 billion under capital management right now. And we recently launched a fund, which we'll talk a bit more on, for women entrepreneurs as well. You know, it's a Thrive Lab, and we're going to talk about that later. So we have both equity, we have intellectual property backed financing, and the likes. And I'm going to let Fatiha talk about advisory service.
Yes, thank you so much, Shola. And I will talk about the advisory service. It's our third pillar at BDC. And BDC advisory service, it's will help the entrepreneurs to work smarter. And also, it's our goal at BDC for the advisory service. It's to adopt the best practices to meet your business challenges and remain competitive. Then I will talk to you rapidly about the area of expertise that advisory service in BDC is present. We're talking about business strategy. Then business strategy, it's very, as you know, everything starts with the strategy. Then to create strategic plan that reflect your vision, your mission, aligns also your team and define the action that you need to do to get where do you want to achieve. This is the first one. The second one, we can help you in human resources, then to build an HR structure and management process that will improve your recruitment and retention. Also, we can help you with the operational efficiency, then with the structured approach that helps you to fix your if there is any issue in your operation, and for sure to set the stage for continuous improvement. Also, we can help you with in the advisory service for the sales and marketing. Then we can help you in developing strategy and tactics that help you to reach your the right customer and in the right time through a different channels. Also, we can help you if you have a company that you need certification, then we can help you to achieve and organize your certification. Digital technology, we can help you in digitizing your business based on your example need, requirement, objectives. Also, another thing that it's very important, especially now, it's e-commerce. We can help you to launch or optimize your online presence, so you can increase your sales and sustain your growth. Also, we can help you with the financial management, like every aspect of your business finance, so that you can maximize profit, strengthen the company. Also, we can help you in leadership and management. We help you learn effective management method and how to lead a team, how to empower your sales force, and how to do to take to simplify your decision making. This is our area of expertise in the advisory service. If you are asking me if it's you need to pay for this service, yes, this service it's with fees. However, we have a special advisory service for small businesses, and we can, if you have any question about that, I can answer by the end of the presentation. To you, Shola.
Okay, thank you, Fatiha. So moving on to a bit more specific things that we do for diverse community and Black entrepreneurs. We see from research that close to 1.2 million people in Canada identify as Black, and 13.2% of businesses are owned by visible minorities, and 15% of those minorities identify as Black. So as Canada's development bank, diversity, inclusion, and equity is part of our strategy. We see that businesses do better, when they adopt DEI. We also see that, like I said earlier, the landscape is changing in Canada, and we need to be able to reflect that. That is why it's so important for us to increase the number of Black-owned, women-owned, Indigenous-owned businesses, that we serve at BDC, right? Historically, we know that a lot of diverse entrepreneurs have faced, challenges like unconscious bias, like not having representation, not seeing people that look like you, not having access to the right network or even to the right information and things like that. So that's where BDC is coming in, to bridge that gap and to lead the way when it comes to supporting diverse entrepreneurs, right? We want every entrepreneur to be able to maximize their potential, and our economy is going to be better for it when we do that. So in our conversations, these are the three, the things that I have on the right side of the screen are the three main challenges that we see that diverse entrepreneurs are facing, right? 76% of Black entrepreneurs actually said that their race makes it harder for them to succeed as an entrepreneur, right? And based on what we have been, like I said, our conversations, we see that there are three things: connections, information, and money. Those are the main barriers to success that we see with diverse entrepreneurs. So when we talk about connections, we're talking about, the network, lack of representation, not having mentors that can support you. When it comes to information, you just don't know where things are. You don't know where to get what. Or what still, you're inundated, you're overwhelmed with information, and you don't know which one is right for you. You don't have the right financial literacy to be able to support and to grow your business. And then finally, access to capital is one thing that we see, that is a challenge for a lot of Black entrepreneurs, a lot of women entrepreneurs, underserved entrepreneurs in general. And that's what BDC is trying to do, to support in this regard, to bridge the gap. So what exactly are we doing? That's the question. So at BDC, we have two main ways of helping entrepreneurs. We have the direct format and we have the indirect format. So when it comes to the direct one, those are the loans that I already shared with you earlier. You can come to us for financing for any of those projects, be it working capital to buy equipment, buy a business. We already have relaxed terms. And like I mentioned, we're more flexible, we are open, so you can come to us for those services directly to BDC as a Black entrepreneur. You can take advantage of our advisory services, just like Fatiha said, as a Black entrepreneur. Now, when it comes to the indirect way in which we help underserved entrepreneurs, in which we help Black entrepreneurs, we partner with organizations in the ecosystem that already have a wide reach, that already are operating in the ecosystem to deliver our programs. And we have on the screen here 4 of the main programs that we deliver for Black entrepreneurs. The very first one, which I think a lot of us might be familiar with, is the Black Entrepreneurship Loan Fund that we have through FACE, right? Through that one, you can get financing up to 250,000 and get some mentorship as well. So I'll just speak a bit more about the FACE loan in case maybe you've been hearing about it, but you really don't have the details of what it entails. Like I said, you can get up to $250,000 through this program, and they have flexible terms as well, right? They have optional postponement as well, just like we have at BDC. You can get up to 18 months when it comes to postponing the principal payment, not the entire payment, but like the principal payment of your loan. You also have access to networking opportunities and additional resources. And the thing about it is it must be for a for-profit business. If you are approaching phase, if you run a not-for-profit, they might not be able to support you. So it has to be for-profit business, okay? So I'll move on to the next one, which is our partnership with Futurepreneur. We have an expanded partnership with them on different fronts, but specifically we have the Black Entrepreneur Startup Program that we launched, I think maybe 2-3 years ago, right? And that's targeted at young entrepreneurs to help them to start their businesses. You can get up to $60,000 through this program. I think one of my favorite things about this program is the mentorship that comes along with it. So if you are within the ages of 18 to 39, you can go to Futurepreneur. You want to start your business, you can go to them. They will support you with the financing, part of which BDC provides, and also assign you to a mentor that will actually work alongside you, hold your hand to be able to get your business off of the ground. Okay, so the only thing is that you should not have operated for more than 12 months to be able to take advantage of this program. So if you, as an example, you've been in business for over 12 months, then you wouldn't qualify for this particular program, okay? So another one that we launched was through alternate savings, and this is for women and Black entrepreneurs, specifically in Ontario. And you can register for the 25,000 community microfinance program through their organization, through Alternate Savings. And then BDC would double that, right? So you get 50,000 as a whole from this program. Okay, so that is administered through Alternate Savings, and it's in Ontario specifically. Now, the final one is the one we have, the partnership we have with BKR Capital, and it's the Black Innovation Fund, right? And this was established to help Black-led startups to scale and also to inspire future founders and future investors in the Black community. So we invest in promising Black founders in the technology space. They have their criteria as well, which you can find on the website. So you need to have a strong team of Black founders. You need to be a technology-enabled startup. You need to be addressing a specific need in the market. You can be in the pre-seed stage. You can be in the seed stage. You have to 100% be based in Canada, okay? So these are the ways in which, through our indirect platform, we support Black entrepreneurs. But like I said, you can definitely come to us directly for any of the services that we have in-house at BDC as well. So I just wanted to mention this, we have program for women entrepreneurs. Maybe on this call, you're a woman entrepreneur, or you know somebody in your circle of influence that is a woman entrepreneur, you can take advantage of this. So if you're a Black woman entrepreneur, this also is for you. I mentioned earlier that we invest in venture capital. We have this venture capital investment, and this is one of such. So we launched, I think it was toward the end of last year, 2022, we launched a 500 million venture fund for women. And this is specifically for women in tech. We want to encourage STEM amongst women. We so when you come to our website, you can actually see a bit more information on this. There are two parts to it. There's the venture fund and then there's the lab. The lab is for smaller businesses that have innovative ideas and they don't have that fund, to just venture into the market. So we can support you with that as well. I had mentioned the microfinance that we launched with Alternate Savings. So that's part of the ways that we support women entrepreneurs. And of course, we continue to do research. We continue to facilitate introductions and network. I'll give an example. Just 2 weeks ago, I was at our Kitchener branch, and it was a group of women that sat around the boardroom, and a lot of them said they hadn't been in a room like that before. So we facilitate such network or networking community that people can actually lean on other people to know that they are not in this journey alone. And of course, in addition to that, we have tons of tools and resources, which I will share with us shortly. Fatiha will be talking a bit more about our supplier diversity program that we have at BDC.
Yes, and this one it's very very important. I think the financing it's a great, and you can see we do the indirect financing and the direct financing. When we speak about the direct financing, BDC it's a bank that we are taking a risk. We are not a chartered bank as BMO or RBC or any other bank. We are complementary bank. Then we don't have any short term here. Then that's why we are taking risk, and the government they ask us to take risk with the entrepreneurs. Then that's why the direct financing, you can come directly to the BDC, and we have relaxed criteria. And why we have the indirect financing, because we cannot reach out to all Black entrepreneur around Canada. We are small bank. We are only 2,600 employee, including HQ employee. And in the field, we have only, I think, 800 people. That's why we need to have our partners to help us to reach out to more audience to benefit of the programs. And yes, then supplier diversity program, we are the one, we are like within the first like bank that we have the supplier diversity program. It's a part of our commitment to diversity and inclusion. Then we developed the supplier diversity program for a long time in order to expand the presence of diverse supplier, like the underserved community, in our procurement process. Then what is a supplier diversity program? It's giving you, it's simple, it's giving you access to the underserved like supplier and introduce them into large corporate and public procurement supply chain. Then it's a market opportunity. If you are from diversity, you want to be a supplier in BDC, yes, you can do it. So, then what are the conditions to be sorry, what are the conditions to be a supplier? Then, if you are a BDC client, then you are considered part of our diverse supplier program, even if they are not diverse and have no certification. Then, if you are BDC client, we have no issue with that. Then you can fill out the form and be a supplier. But if you are not a BDC client, then we are asking you to have a certification. Then, and on our site, you will see the list of the third party organization that can give you the certification. Example, B Corp can give you the certification. National Minority Supplier Development Council, they can give you the certification. I will not go through all the list. You can find it on our site. Then, if you want to be a diversity supplier in BDC, Sola will on the screen. She will show you where to go. It's a page called "I'm a Supplier." Allow businesses to provide your information and provide us with the visibility on business, and that's it. You need to fill out the form, and you will have the list of all the projects that we are doing in BDC, and you can bid on the project. Then please show that if you can go through our site, show where they can go and where they can fill out the form to be a diversity supplier.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, can you see that I'm sharing the supplier diversity?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, perfect. So when you go to the BDC website, you just scroll all the way down, just like I did now. I can actually go back to show you. You just scroll. This is the BDC main website. Scroll all the way down to the bottom. You will see a supplier. I am a supplier. Okay, you click on that, and then it comes to this page, and then you can register to become a BDC supplier. I'm not going to click on it so that I don't, upset the system, but you can also get additional information on how to be, on our supplier diversity program at BDC over here, right? See the eligibility criteria here, just like Fatiha said, and then the procurement opportunities available and things like that. So spend some time on this segment of our page if you want to become a BDC supplier. Okay.
And if you need help or if you have any question, you will have our contact, Shola and I, and we can help you to go through that, because of the benefit of time, we cannot go step by step.
That's
But
right.
it exists, and it's free. And if you are a BDC client, if not, there is a certification. But I think it's worth it to be on our list.
Yes, I'll add to that. In one of the events that I attended, I met with a Black woman entrepreneur who signed up with one of those organizations that certify companies as diverse supplier. So she said she signed up with WeBe Canada, and even though she was still just a one-man army in her living room and didn't know how to go about these things, didn't have access to big contracts, she signed up with them, got certified, and that just opened doors for her. So beyond becoming a BDC supplier, you can bid for government contracts as well. You can bid for contracts with all these big organizations, the Walmarts of this world, the Amazon of this world. So there is additional advantage to being certified beyond just becoming a BDC supplier. Okay, so do check those things out. And if you need additional information, myself and Fatiha will be happy to help. Okay, so now we're going to transition a little bit into additional tools and resources that we have. So this is one that is not actually BDC. It's available on the Government of Canada website. It's called the Business Benefits Finder. And I love this tool so much because when you go there, you can actually answer a few questions that pertain to you, like what exactly are you looking for? As you can see on the screen, it's going to ask you, are you looking for a loan? Are you looking for a grant? Are you looking for advisory services? Are you looking for, it has a drop down of information or maybe services that you require. You fill out a few questions, and then at the end, it gives you a list of programs available that will attend to whatever need that you have. And the good thing about it is it doesn't just give you the name, there's a link to that program on that page, on that results page. It also tells you whether they are still accepting applications or not. It tells you how much you can get through that program. It tells you can streamline it, like you can specify that you're a Black entrepreneur, you can specify your location, and it just weeds out, the myriad of information that can be sometimes overwhelming, right? So please do check this out. You can do a simple Google Business Benefits Finder and you see the link, and it's a great resource. I always share it with my clients and everybody I come in contact with. So that's one. Another one is the Canada Business app. It's like a sister to the website that I just shared, but this one you can download it on your phone. If you use an iPhone, you can go to the App Store. If you use Android, you can go to the Play Store, download it. And this one is specifically for government programs, right? Anything that the government is offering when it comes to programs or services for Canadian businesses, it filters it down. As you can see on the screen, you can click on underrepresented. You can also streamline to say, I'm a Black Canadian, I'm a Black entrepreneur, and it will give you programs that are available to you, okay? Another thing, one of the things that we already shared is our website, BDC website. I cannot overemphasize the amount of tools, resources, templates, videos that are available there for you to use, and they are all free. They are all free, and you can take your time, go at your own pace and approach all this information that you have. So you can have things like you need a business plan template, you can get it there. You need to prepare to meet your banker. There's an article there, to get you ready. You need to maybe choose an accounting software for your business. You can find options there, the advantages of each software, and which one would be best suited for you. So please take advantage of it. We do have an Entrepreneurs Learning Center, and I'm going to show you quickly. I know we are coming up to time now, but sometimes, we talk about these things and then it's like a mammoth. You really don't know where to go, right? So that's why I'm just doing this quick demo. So this is the BDC website. You go to bdc.ca. If I'm looking this way, it's because my screen is on the right side, okay? So if you go to the articles and tools section, as an example, here you find tons of information, right? You want to buy a business, you need sales and marketing, you need to revamp your business. All these are free information that you can take advantage of at your own time, okay? I'll go back again to the main page. For us on this call, I presume a lot of us are Black entrepreneurs. Just like we scroll down for the supplier diversity, we can scroll all the way down as well, and you can see a segment there that says Black entrepreneurs. If you click on learn more, you'd see information that relates specifically to Black entrepreneurs, right? The Black Entrepreneur Loan Fund that we've talked about today. You find the link to the Futurepreneur Program as well, the Black Innovation Fund, and you can see some testimonials as well. We have additional resources here. Sorry, 1 second. I lost that. Additional resources here for Black entrepreneurs as well. You want to know the right digital tools to use for your business? Click here. You want to incorporate some green and healthy products, or you want, okay, this is the business benefits finder that I just spoke about. That's available there as well. You want to know how to grow your business, in this virtual, now we're coming back to, like hybrid world, you can find it here. Discover more takes you to that page that I showed you before. Finally, I want to show you the Entrepreneur Learning Center, right? So here's another page that can be very useful for you. Everything, it's like an entrepreneur's toolkit. Actually, that's what we call it, right? So you get everything that you need here. You want to learn more about the indigenous community, we have this free training, for you to learn more. You want to start a business, marketing fundamentals, and things like that. So please explore the bdc.ca, explore our website to get more information at your fingertips. Okay. So finally, what don't we do at BDC? So, because some people ask us, do you have grants? No, we don't give grants. We don't do guaranteed investment certificates. We don't do term deposits. We don't have lines of credit. We don't have bank accounts. We don't have, we don't give residential loans, like loans for residential houses, right? We only do commercial loans. Like if you want to get a commercial condo, you want to get a warehouse, that we can do. So these are the things that we don't do at BDC. And to wrap us up, I just wanted to share a client success story, because sometimes we can talk about these things from till kingdom come, and you might not be able to relate to it. So this is a company called, I'm sorry, I'm not French speaking, so in case I murder the pronunciation, have mercy, okay? Is Le Allemand Moncher. Did I get it, Fatiha?
Yeah.
Okay, so they were motivated to offer consumer healthy foods. The owners are Sonel and Mejut. Sonel Mejut and Jasmine Excel. They set up the company and they sell minced tempeh. Okay, tempeh products are difficult to make because of the fermentation process and the fact that they are relatively unknown in Canada. So the company needed to overcome these issues by innovating in their food processing, right? So they also had they had to set up a distribution market with large supermarket chains. So what did they do? They took advantage of the FACE loan, right? The Black Entrepreneurs Loan Fund, and they were able to get that loan to support their growth and their development project. And what happened? Their efforts paid off. The company now produces fantastic product, one, and they are now sold in several supermarkets. And it's the main supplier for a vegan restaurant here in Canada. So they also got an award recently in 2022, and the owners want to inspire other diverse entrepreneurs to set up businesses and take advantage of the resources available. So these are ways in which, as entrepreneurs, when we have information, we can actually utilize this information to the benefit of our businesses. We're coming up to time, so thank you so much for listening. I know that was rapid fire. Thank you.
Thank you, Shola. No, that was absolutely incredible. The information that you shared, I know I certainly got a lot from it. And from judging from the chat, a couple comments came in. They certainly got a lot from it as well. We do have time just for one question. Is that me? We do have time for one question, and maybe if we can stop sharing. I do see that there's we can stop sharing. That's no problem.
Before I stop sharing, you can maybe take a screen grab of our contact details and reach out if you have additional questions, okay?
Oh, certainly. And Fatiha, you have put your information in the chat, which is great. Shola, Shola as well. So there you go. Fatiha's information and Shola's information is accessible to you. This is certainly, you talked about being the cherry on the top of the cake or the icing on the cake. I'm telling you, what bank have you learned about that actually cares about the development and the success of your business, right? Apart from offering facilities, loan facilities, and so forth. So here we are, we have the Business Development Bank of Canada, and you have business centers all over Canada, over 100 of them, providing these amazing services, not just financing for capital and so forth, but you have all these resources, this free learning center that you have online. It's incredible. Can you put the contact back in? Info back. So someone wants the contact info back. I'm not sure if they're looking for an email or a phone number, maybe you can put that in the chat. If you have, we have time for one question. Does any of our audience members have any questions? And maybe you can also tell by a show of hands or by using your emojis, how many people enjoyed this presentation and how many people learned from this today? I mean, this was certainly an eye opener for me. As I said, it's been a while that I've been doing business. Thank you, Matty Moses, Skin Tones. So she raised her hand. No, this is absolutely amazing. So we have your contact information where we can reach you. Matty, if you have a question, you can open up your mic and just ask the questions. You can go ahead from there.
I do have a question. I just wanted to find out what the process is like, or what it's like for people when it comes to credit checks and so forth, how they support people who may not necessarily have the strongest credit, because that's usually a problem when going to the banks, right?
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I can answer this question. And the barrier for the Black entrepreneur or any underserved community, the credit bureau, it's the first challenge. And as a bank, we are managing the risk. For sure, the credit bureau has to be at certain level. If we have a client that his credit bureau is a challenge, what we do, we have our partners, an association, organization that they can help this person in education and help him to improve the credit bureau. And in the meantime, this association or organization can help the client with the alternative financing.
Beautiful.
Because even though we are a government bank and we are taking risk, there is a limit. We need to manage the risk. Then yes, we can refer this person to our partners to improve the credit bureau, and in the meantime having alternative financing when the credit bureau will achieve a minimum level. You will our partner will send it back to us, and we will be able to have able to approve the file if it's only the credit bureau is a challenge.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Fatiha. Thank you for that question also. That was a great question. And I remember, Sola, you mentioned earlier that you step in as the bank. You step in when the going gets tough. And I think that's absolutely incredible that even if we enter in with not having the perfect credit, you work with us, right? Work with us to ensure that we get up to par so that we can apply for the facilities. That's absolutely amazing. Someone wants to know, I believe I know the answer to this, but I'll give you an opportunity just to answer. Do you need a business plan to get a loan?
So, okay, go ahead.
Go, it's your
Okay. So if it is a new business, you're starting up, I meant to say 100% you need a business plan, right? If it's been you've been in business for a while, it's a business that's been in existence for like 10 years or whatnot, you necessarily may not need a business plan, except maybe you're pivoting. If you're trying to, change your strategy, or you're opening another subsidiary of the business or whatnot, then we might ask you for a business plan. Now, for existing businesses, it will be nice for you to have a strategic plan. Like, we may not ask for that, but it's good to give you direction in your business as well. So in a nutshell, new business, yes, you need a business plan. Existing businesses, you necessarily don't need one, but we might ask you for financial projections, like forecast. What do you see into the future?
Perfect. Thank you, Sola. On behalf of the BBPA, Sola and Fatiha, I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much for the information you've shared with us. Thank you for dedicating your time with us today. It was great. We appreciate you, and we will certainly be in touch Thank you for leaving all your information. We do have some final announcements for those of you who typically join us. And if you haven't, this is your first time, please keep joining us. As you can tell, we have great content here for small businesses and professionals. So on October the 21st, Chanel Smith, who is our host at the community space, she'll be discussing establishing positive credit with Shaquille Hall, who's investor and mortgage agent.
Great. And Moy, please, if you can send us those invitations, it will be awesome. Our client can benefit.
Oh, thank you so much for saying that. Thank you. We appreciate that. And for those of you looking for the recording, it is on our YouTube channel at the BBPA on YouTube. So our next session, which is next Wednesday, October the 25th, Charles Buchanan, who's our host and BBPA's board member, sorry, I couldn't read that. That's very small. He'll be discussing with a panel, cybersecurity, securing yourself and the organization, which is very, very integral in this time. So he will be speaking with 4 panelists. There's Derace Rose, you heard from him last week, Octavia, Pamela, and Ola. So we look forward to seeing you next week, October the 25th. Please do invite your friends and your colleagues. This is beautiful information. I don't know why anyone would want to miss this. But once again, everyone, audience members who's still here with us, oh, we do have another, one, Boring Literacy and Loan Residents, that is with Maple Dorrington. That is week 2 of Bates, which is October the 19th. That's tomorrow. So please do join us tomorrow, October the 19th from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Would that be it? Okay. Yes. And we can't forget this. Please do stay in touch. At the BBPA, we're on all the platforms pretty much. We're on the Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, and please email us if you have any questions. info@bbpa.org. And of course, you can contact us through our website at bbpa.org. We have a whole lot of programs that will benefit your business. And if you want to stay in the know, you can check out our website or Instagram pages. I would like to give you a challenge before you go, for those of you who are still with me. If you can go to any one of our pages, whether it be Instagram or LinkedIn, and just let us know what you've learned today. Just leave a note under the last post that we did for today's session and let us know what you did today. Feel free to follow us and share our Instagram handles with your friends and colleagues, but we would like to dialogue with you, okay? Let's have conversation on social media, right? That's what the young people are doing. I think we could do it too, right? So again, once again, without further wait, I'd like to say goodbye to everyone. Thank you so much once again for joining. It's always a pleasure to be here, and I can't get to read all your names right now, but thank you once again, and I'll see you next week. Take care.
Thanks for having us.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you, Shola. Thank you.
Thank you.